So what is it? A traumatic brain injury, or short, you can say TBI, it refers to a brain injury that is caused by an outside force. It can be caused by a forceful bump, blow, jolt to the head or the body, or from an object entering the brain. According to Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, a traumatic brain injury is identified as an acquired injury to the brain caused by an external physical force resulting in functional disability or psychosocial impairment that adversely affects a child's educational performance, impacting areas like cognition, language, memory, attention, reasoning, sensory perception, motor abilities, and behavior. What is the cause? Brain injuries are caused by many things, some being falls, like from ladders, stairs, or your bed even, assaults, like repeated hitting to the head or being struck by an object, shaken baby syndrome, which would be caused by hitting your child, well, when they're an infant, hitting your child like aggressively against something or shaking your child. Also, another thing would be car crashes. Some characteristics of a traumatic brain injury would be headaches, vomiting, loss of coordination, dizziness, vision changes. Some cognitive characteristics might be difficulty with attention, like in school when a lesson's being taught, or memory, like remembering things that are being taught, mood changes, mood swings, and confusion. Some strengths to this disability would be increased resilience and patience, greater empathy, enhanced relationships like with the student's family or even their friends, positive perspective. I feel like with this disability comes a lot of challenges which might help the student have a more positive outlook on certain things, like even though I have this, I can do this. Some challenges might be bad memory, vision and hearing issues, emotional instability, daily living challenges, and concentration. So when I'm working with this disability, which I plan to be a special education teacher, so when I work with this disability, I will plan multiple things throughout the day just to help meet the students' needs. So I'm going to plan regular breaks throughout the day, just like 3, 4, 5-minute breaks throughout the day, just so that they can give themselves a second to like just refocus, breathe. You know, all of us need a break. Even in our class, we get a 10-minute break because it can be a lot. I will also offer visual supports, like I'll play videos, because I remember when I was teaching in my special education class in high school, it was called peer tutoring. They played a lot of videos because it was easier for the students to visually see what they were learning rather than being talked at. So we would play, you know, a 5-minute video, and then they would play a Kahoot over what they saw in the video. Another thing I'm going to do is minimize distractions in my classroom, which I think will help, even though the student has concentration and like memory issues. I think that if I minimize other distractions, it would be able to help the student progress in that area. And I will also monitor their fatigue levels to make sure they're like feeling okay throughout the day. If they need anything, if there's like certain medications they need to take, I'll send them to the nurse. I'm gonna make sure that I dim my lights in my classroom just to avoid any headaches that the student might have. So for my faith integration, I'm gonna tell you a story. The story is about a girl named Savannah. She goes to my church, and I met her a couple years ago. She is 22, and when she was a baby, her dad aggressively hit her against a wall and was banging her head. So today she does have shaken baby syndrome, so she can't communicate very well. She can't talk. She can't read, and she can't really do anything that a person would do in like an average day. But she can understand what you were saying, and I have been in the process of teaching her how to write, which she is getting really good at. She can write her name now. She has impacted my life in like so many ways, and I feel like when I met Savannah, it was God's calling for me to go into the education field, more specifically special education. Meeting Savannah was a big eye-opener for me in many ways, and I am so thankful that I got the opportunity to become her friend and have that impact on her life, because I know she's had an impact on mine too. And I mean, even just me like sitting with her at church like made her whole day. And she would after church, she would drag me over to like say hi to everybody. She'd be like, she can't talk, but she would point. She uses her hands, and so during church she points at her family, or she'll point at the baby that her aunts just had, or she'll point at one of the other adults that she likes to talk to, which is really good because it shows you that she understands what's going on. And when I talk to her, it's obvious that she understands what I'm saying. She just can't reply back to me. She just uses her hands, or she uses her head, and she'll nod. But I mean, I think I'm just really glad I got the opportunity to work with her and be her friend and be that person for her, because I think it has really changed her life in many ways. I know it's changed mine. These are some pictures of me and Savannah. This is me. Oh, wait, you can't see that one. Sorry. This was for her birthday. We went to, where did we go? We went to McDonald's. Just like a few people from church went to McDonald's just to celebrate her and give her like a few little gifts. This is me and her at my graduation party in May. I was really happy she got to come to that because we didn't know she was going to be able to. This is me. This is also a good story. One day after church, I was leaving to go home, and she was running up to me, and she started tapping me, and I don't know how, she can't talk, but she can, like, make noises, so she'll, like, get your attention by, like, almost, like, whining. It's not really a whine, but it's just, like, I don't know, I don't want to, like, you know, but, she was tapping me and, like, making those noises that she usually make to get my attention, and she started pointing to, the water at the back of the church, and that's when I knew that she was communicating that she wanted to be baptized, and I was so excited for her. And it's just, like, amazing how she understood that commitment and that she wanted to give her life to God. I thought it was really cool. And so I got the opportunity to help her be baptized. I am not the one that baptized her, but I did help her, like, get up the stairs and, like, get into the water and stuff. So that was after she got baptized. And this is us at her house. I surprised her for, it wasn't on Christmas Day, but it was over Christmas break. I surprised her because I hadn't seen her in a while. And I just got her a few little gifts. She broke she broke something. I can't remember what it was. This is a while ago. But she broke something, so I got it for her, like, new, and she was really excited about it. But yeah, these are just some pictures of me and her, and there's more pictures, but these are just the 4 that I added. She also was there when, oh, why am I moving my laptop? Sorry. She also was there when I got baptized too, which I think is really cool too, because I think that she also had an impact on that. Like, there's just so many things in this story is, like, so special to me that, like, it's hard to talk about. But this is Savannah, and I'm really happy that God gave me the opportunity to have that impact on her life. And I hope that as a teacher, as a future special education teacher, I can have that same impact on people, like other students in my classroom, or even people that I work with. I just hope that I can have that same impact on them that I had on her and that she had on me. So to conclude my presentation, as a teacher, I understand that there's a lot of challenges in every classroom, and I'm going to do my best to meet all the challenges of all of my students. And it'll be very important for me to understand all of my students on a personal level and an academic level. It is also important for me to be supportive of my students. I know sometimes it can be hard, and classrooms can get frustrating, but I will do my best to just be there for my students and support them in what they need. In my classroom, I will make sure that I have the lights dimmed, and I will make sure that it is a safe environment for all of my students and it's a caring and loving environment. I will also make sure that I have an inclusive classroom, so I will do my best to not only make sure that I'm there for my students and that they have that personal relationship with me, but that they have personal relationships with one another. And I will also make sure that as a teacher, I see the best potential in my students. Rather than thinking about what they can't do, I'll always think about what they can do. These are my references. Thank you.